Hello everyone. How's everyone doing? I hope you're doing well. It is my Friday. Got a 3-day weekend, so that's nice. Looks like we got a few people here already. Hello, hello. Not really much on the agenda tonight, just hanging out. We do have a new prize to announce, and that's for the Twitter contest, which is kind of neat, and that's going to be a shrimp starter pack from Steenfott Aquatics. Your choice of shrimp, which is kind of cool. So if you see Rob, tell him thank you. Everyone's pouring in. Triple 10 Tanks, Mary, the Turtle Girl, Simply Betta, of course Taylor. How's everyone tonight? Kayla, doing okay. What's the topic of the night? Not really a topic, just hanging out. Kyle got a puppy. What'd you get, Kyle? Let's see. Oh, David is here too. Yep, shrimp, giving away shrimp, but you gotta be on Twitter. If you're not on Twitter, you cannot win. And there it is, right there. There's Nisi. Not watching Thursday night football? Nope, I don't watch football anymore. Are there prerequisites for the shrimp prize? Yep, it's simply Betta. You have to be on Twitter. If you're not on Twitter, you're not gonna win. Dwayne, hello Dwayne. Zach's Tank's crazy aquarium guy, how you doing, buddy? You're not drawing the winners until Monday, correct? That is correct. Monday's stream, we're gonna pick some winners. We're gonna answer some questions. Should be a lot of fun. LDS, so happy to watch you live. Well, I'm happy that you're here. Did Kyle say what kind of puppy he got? Did I miss it? Nope, not yet. I tried to get on Twitter and you're banned for too many accounts. What kind of trolling were you doing? How much do I know about bettas? Not as much as Simply Betta. Simply Betta is here, so if you have a question, now is the time to ask. Definitely. A 4-year-old golden retriever. Well, I hope it's happy and healthy, Kyle. I hope that you don't have the problems that lots of golden retrievers have. But that's awesome. David said that I got a ton of new fish, y'all. What kind of fish did you get? Football is boring. Every play that could have been made has been made. Nothing new or interesting with it. Yeah, there's too many commercials too. Heather Clark, I have a lot of dead fish. I came home to more dead fish today, so it's been a busy week. Jimmy Brown is getting puffers, right on. Simply Betta says, I'm a fountain of information. That is true. If you want to know about bettas, ask now. LJ Aquatics fish apocalypse is not over. Not over. Do I use Fluval's Clear-Max? I've never used it. Never. Your Yankees have been killing it. They won't go too far though. LJ Aquatic says, I'm so sorry you lost a bunch at once. It's narrowed down to 3 tanks though. So that's nice at least. At least it's only 3 tanks. But unfortunately, one of them is my 125-gallon rainbow tank. Then my dirted tank, and then the tank above my dirted tank. So the original tank is just fine. Everything's back to normal in that tank after just a few days. So I still have the eel, I still have 1 ropefish, 2 cupid cichlids, and all of the cories made it through treatment, and everyone is back and healthy. What is my favorite Planet Tank substrate? Right now it's Eco Complete. I love Eco Complete. Chestnut Brown says, at Simply Betta, I put a Betta in my 65-gallon tank, and ever since then he's been changing colors from black to blue to white. Why is this? Zach says, sorry about the dead fish, Bob. Unfortunately, it happens to the best of us. Yeah, it sucks. It's something that everyone goes through at some point, though. Simply Betta says, he is a marvel. He carries the marble trait and can change colors throughout his life. There you go. Mary says, I got Jadrin Fish Fam stickers today. Yeah, it's a lot of them, Mary. What are my 5 top schooling fish? I don't know that I can narrow it down to 5, but bloodfin tetras are awesome. Rummy nose tetras are awesome. Those are just a couple that come off the top of my mind right now. Sounds like something happened to your water. City hyperchlorinated it or something. Yeah, it could have been. But I've been doing water changes almost every day, and things are getting better, so at least it's not still there. LJ Aquatics, I worry about that happening because I have to buy pothos since I don't have any, but there's no way of knowing if it's been treated with pesticides or anything. That's true. What do I feed my snails? The turtle girl, they just get fish food. That's it. Carlos wants to know what my favorite pleco is. I don't know that I have a favorite, but I do love my zebra plecos. I love my sultan plecos, which is L264. I love para plecos, which are L75. But I don't think I can narrow it down to one favorite. Corey with the 5 Australian dollars super chats, maybe that's what the A is for. I don't know. But I lost my male Agassizi. So sad. The female's fine too, so I don't know what went wrong. The female might have killed the male. That's pretty, I wouldn't say common, but it happens more than you would think, where you have a pair of apistos and the female kills the male or the male kills the female. So yeah, it just depends, because I had a pair of McMasteri and the male was super aggressive and beat up the female all the time, and then they spawned and the female turned around and killed the male. So yeah, $5 Australian equals upside down $5 bill. Well, I'll take it either way, so thanks a lot, I appreciate it. Let's see, looks like I had a comment. I'm just here painting my toes, so not ignoring anyone. Alright. I feel like I have lots of questions today that keep popping up in my head. Well, if I don't answer them, put them on Twitter. You're gonna up your chances. And my Twitter is actually my name, not my channel name. So my Twitter, I believe, is Bob Steenfott. Yeah, it's not Steenfott Aquatics because that's too long for Twitter. So it's just my name. We have another betta question. I have a female crown tail and her belly is really big. I gave her an Epsom salt bath twice, but she doesn't seem to be passing much. She isn't swimming funny or anything weird. She just has a super huge tummy, and I've restricted her diet, and I'm feeding her frozen brine shrimp and bloodworms. What else can I do for her? You said you're limiting. Wait, what was that? Doesn't seem to be passing much. She's swimming weird. Just a super tummy. Yep. Restricted her diet. If you mean restricted her diet, do you mean you restricted it to frozen brine shrimp and bloodworms, or you restricted it as in you're feeding her less? Timothy asked if my rope fish survived. Ooh, excuse me, only one of them. Only one of them. And those are pretty hard for me to come by, so it kind of sucks. Kangley says the female waited till he had weak knees and took him out. Yep. But I did get... I had about 50 fry, and they were about a month old, and I had a 20-hour power outage, and none of the fry made it. So that sucked. Hey all, hello. Ooh, someone got put in timeout. Love the new logo, Nisi of the North. Tanks and Update says, you made me get a betta tank to 3.5. Also gave you a shout out, so please check it out. Tanks and Updates, thank you very much. Simply better, yay. My first thought was the thought of the expert. Woohoo! Is she really eggy? She could be full of eggs. There you go. Report cards came out. Officially AB student. Not top of my class like when I was homeschooled. I don't know if that's a joke, but it's kind of funny. If you're really homeschooled, either way, that is pretty funny. Hello, Carlos, the fish nerd. Is the fish nerd here? There he is, the fish nerd. What's shaking? Hello, Carlos. Good to see you, buddy. Carlos, are you going to Chicago? I don't remember. Fish nerd, let me know if you're going to Chicago, because I really don't remember. I've probably asked you before, but I don't remember. Didn't we ban this account last time? I feel like we did. Maybe, no, I'm thinking of someone else. Never mind. 144 watching and 55 likes. Please take a moment to click like, says Dean. Yes, don't forget to like the stream. Every like helps a little bit. Even dislike. If you don't like it, dislike it. Just do something. Kayla says, Bob, what are you looking forward to seeing this year at the aquatic experience? Honestly, I'm looking forward to going to the Shed Aquarium and then just meeting everyone. I have not heard of that cichlid, the Shan. I have no idea what that cichlid is, sorry. Every Sunday is kind of happy. Hello, the fish nerd is going. Okay, good. I couldn't remember. Oliver Dean says, what's up, Bob? I have a 10-gallon and someone in my area is selling small black Calvis. Should I get some of those or make another betta tank? Well, Calvis, while they'll take forever to grow, will definitely grow out of a 10-gallon tank. So, unless you have a bigger tank for them, I would not recommend getting them. What did you decide on the calcium to put in the tanks? Your preference? I'm still sticking with oyster shells. So I bought that bag of oyster shells on Amazon, and then everyone told me to go to my local co-op because you can get like 50-pound bags for like $1. Well, it just turns out that my dad goes to the co-op every week, it seems like, and so I had him pick me up a 50-pound bag, and it's actually sitting in front of my garage right now because he dropped it off. So, yep, that's what I'll be playing with. Taylor Steenfott says, Bob, will you be going? You know, you big jokester. Yes, I will be at Chicago. Simply Betta says, I'm gonna lurk. That's good enough. It's better than not being here. Yeah, I meant to grow the Calvis out. Sorry, should have clarified. Calvis are awesome fish. Awesome fish. And I need to make more videos of my Tanganyikan cichlids for sure. Maybe I'll live stream one of my Tanganyikan tanks tomorrow. How do you breed plecos? Well, it depends on the pleco. But roughly, you buy them some caves, you feed them lots of protein, you get a male and a female, and make sure the water parameters are right, and they'll usually do the rest. JW Aquarium wants to know how's the fish doing. I came home today to even more dead rainbows, so I'm still battling. And depending on how this ends, I think it'll be a good excuse to start tearing down tanks and finally redoing my fish room. So, because, yeah, I think there's about, I think I'm going to lose probably about half the fish in 3 of my tanks before this is all over. That's just a guess. Mary Beth Mabe says, Steenfott Aquatics, when you say co-op, you mean an ag store, tractor supply, or such? I think it's even more of a co-op than tractor supply. But yeah, that basically, yes. Not like aquarium co-op, like an actual co-op. They sell chickens and all kinds of weird stuff. Yep. Marmendia says, my Friccata ladies are playing hard to get. I feel for the men. Well, I'm glad they're doing well. They must be doing well then, right? They started eating, hopefully. How much do you think my 6-inch Pictus catfish will go for in an auction? How would you pay for one? I don't know. It depends on your area. I can tell you in Seattle, it would probably go for like $1, maybe $5 at most. But again, my area here is all about like small nano shrimp planet tanks. So, yeah. I might be getting a betta soon. Flynn, you should totally get a betta. Flynn, I wish I could give you a betta. I would totally just give you one of my 8,400 bettas if you came down here. Bentley, the Bosemani are perfectly safe. Is AquaPros here? I don't see AquaPros anywhere, so I don't believe it. But no, so the Bosemanis are fine. All the rainbows that came from Gary Lang are perfectly fine. So, Steenfott Aquatics, I got them to eat brine shrimp. They are doing really well, getting lots of color and noticeable growth. Awesome. Like live brine shrimp or freeze-dried, frozen? Can we adopt Flynn? I don't think so. Do you know there's a contest going on Twitter? There is Nisi with the Twitter. Doug of the North, how you doing, buddy? Doug of the North. Any progress on your tank? Do you decide what you're gonna get in there yet? Becca Lee says, I've got 100 baby fry bettas right now. Oof. I hope you have somewhere to put them or unload them. Kidfish wants to know, any of you guys going to be at the aquatic experience? I definitely will be. The Fish Nerd will be. Flint's Fish Forum will be. David, I don't think is going. Kayla, I'm pretty sure is not going. Dean is not going. AquaPros, there he is. He is going. AquaPros is going and trying to get me to be his bodyguard. We'll see how well that works. Let's see. Nisi and Doug are not going, unfortunately. Bob never notices AquaPros. Yep, it's true. Poor Mike. He sends me messages on Instagram, and I don't really like know Instagram. Like I post pictures, I have like 1,000 followers, but like the messages, I don't even know where to check those, and so I always get them like a week later. We've had a running conversation for like 5 months now, I feel, where like every week I say something. I'm so bad. Is it bad to feed green beans to bristlenose every day? You'd probably want to kind of switch up their diet. They do like a little protein. How can Bob be someone's bodyguard when I'm Bob's bodyguard? I would put in at Steenfott Aquatics in front of your question. You would want a pound Steenfott or a hashtag. A hashtag, not a pound. I don't see, the thing is I don't get notifications for Instagram. And so when people send me a message on Instagram, I never know. So I have most all notifications for every social media turned off on my phone. So unless I actually like make an effort to go check it or just happen to be looking at it on my computer, I usually don't see it. Hashtag it's, I know, it's pound to me, I'm old. Anyways, Jason, purchased Repashy food for my rainbows, but they don't show any interest. Have you fed this to your rainbows? If so, what method? Yes, I have not had my rainbows turn down any Repashy, no matter what flavor it is. So I'm curious what flavor you got, Jason. Scott wants to know if I was happy with the plants. Yes, always happy with the plants, Scott. They did great, even though the package was smashed. It looked like they ran it over. The plants did well though, so thank you, I really appreciate it. Scott sent me some plants. I got them in the mail the other day, so yeah, pretty happy about that. Tanks and Update says, what plants do you recommend for no carbon dioxide? Almost all of them. I mean, really. CO2 is not really needed. There are some plants that, you know, really like CO2 and they won't grow without it. But for the most part, you can get most any plant to grow without CO2. Now, adding CO2 will make them grow faster, but it's not really needed for a lot of the plants, in my opinion. But again, I'm not a plant expert, so. I get notices on Messenger and basic texting. Yeah, Facebook Messenger, if I turned that notification on my phone, I would go bonkers. I would go absolutely crazy. David, sit and go on the floor by the plug like me. Okay, must be having a dead phone. Pound is the only way of saying pound. I agree. Let's see. Spawn and grow for my breeders and community for everything else. Yeah, you must have some really picky rainbows. What kind of rainbows do you have? Sorry if you said that and I missed it. Yes, so Taylor says, go to Twitter, do hashtag Steenfott Aquatics and ask a question that will automatically enter you in for a drawing for a prize to be determined. We are still gathering prizes. But I can tell you there's the shrimp starter pack from Flip Aquatics, which is like $100. There'll probably be aquarium co-op gift cards. Obviously, this is like U.S. Only, unfortunately, because these places don't really ship out the USA. I'm hoping maybe I can get Sergeant Tank in on some action. Priscilla is giving away 3 of her prints. They're 8x10 prints of the drawing she does, so that was really awesome. And that's all I got so far. Plants without CO2, any floating plant. Yeah. I mean, really, any plant that you could go and buy at a pet store is going to grow without CO2. So, what is a general fruit you can get in Canada for a planted tank? Ooh, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm sure Seachem might be in Canada, but I'm not sure. Maybe Flynn will know. I usually make Twitter and Instagram accounts and forget my password. I've tried like 8 more times. So I made my Twitter account when I first started getting serious about YouTube. I made Twitter, I made Instagram, I made Patreon. I made them all, right? But I never really used them because I wasn't really into it. But I kind of got into Instagram, and so I built up a pretty good following there. But I gotta tell you, I'm having a lot of fun on Twitter. I don't know why. I always like refused to do anything with Twitter. I thought it was dumb and stupid and a waste of time. But now that I've actually been on there, I'm actually having a lot of fun, and it's cool when people like retweet my stuff. I don't know why. Maybe it just strokes my ego a little bit, but you know, whatever. I still think it's cool. Let's see. Rutu says Taylor watches baseball. She must have lots of patience. Well, she's with me, so she must have a lot of patience. Any questions? Yeah, any questions? Fish related, personal questions. Now, there's no guarantee that I'm going to read them. What's going to happen is, so you'll ask a question, and then out of all the questions I get, we're going to pick 10 of those questions. So just asking a question will get you into a drawing, maybe 2 drawings, I don't know. And then out of the 10, if you're someone who gets, if I pick one of your comments, those additional 10 people will be into a drawing of themselves. So that's how that works. Bob's Instagram account, there it is. See, Twitter is the only thing I have turned on. And now that we've been talking about Twitter, I have 7 notifications. So that's awesome. Del Aqua says, should I use a breeding box for my guppies? It depends on if they're preying on your fry. I personally prefer to use plants. Like, just get some water wisteria or some like red root floaters. Red root floaters are my favorite floating plant, but I prefer to use plants. But if you're not having the best of luck with plants, or if they're preying on your fry still, then you might want to do it. Okay, let's see. Yes, I have neglected Twitter. Yep. Give Bob some kooky questions. There's some really, really good questions. It's gonna be hard for us to pick just 10. And this is Taylor's idea. This is her thing. So thank her for the prizes if you win. Bob, you're on all these social medias now. I'm so late. Yep. G&A Cichlids and Reptiles says, hey Bob, how's it going? Watching the show for a few minutes while I'm at work. Awesome. Jamie McDonald. Oh, hey Jamie. I feel like I haven't seen you forever. I recently bought 4 turquoise rainbow fish. Should they be in a larger group? I would say 4 is the minimum. But my answer is going to be get as many as you can afford and get as many as you can put in the appropriately sized aquarium. Because the more you have, the more you're going to enjoy their behavior. Okay, Rob Hicks Aquarium. Oh, Rob Hicks should know. Seachem Flourish is all I use in Canada. So, Rob Hicks, do you like Flourish? Because out of all the fertilizers I can get, it works, but it's like the worst. If that makes sense. My Gorders love Rapashi. Bentley, I need to get some of those rainbows. I like the photo aspect of Instagram. Yep. Now, the one I don't get is Snapchat. Snapchat, to me, seems like a terrible waste of time. Like, why would you go through the hassle of making that content just to have it deleted after a day? Like, screw that. I'm not going through all that work. Imagine if all my YouTube videos were only up for 24 hours and then they got deleted. That'd be dumb. Del Aqua says, how many guppies should I put in my 10-gallon tank? I started out with 12 guppies in my 10-gallon tank. And it didn't take long for them to outgrow it. King Lee says, I feel stupid. I don't know where to type the question to your Instagram page. You don't have to type it to my page. All you have to do is hit the tweet button, do pound, I keep saying pound, do hashtag Steenfott Aquatics, and you just tweet that, and it'll come to me. Like, I'll find it. Yes, that sounds like a plan. We can definitely do that. Snapchat sucks. Yep, Frank. I don't get it. Let's see. Snapchat, Instagram make me feel like I should be yelling at kids to get off my lawn. The thing I like about Instagram is the pictures, definitely. Like, if you want to just go on Instagram and nerd out to some beautiful aquascapes, all you gotta do is type that in and you can look at some amazing fish tanks. Let's see. Steelfield, I'm so lucky to have found my fricattas. They're rare find and so lovely. Man, I am gassy today. Anyways, yes. Marmendia, my dream is to one day... Like, I have a lot of dream fish tanks, but one of them is to have, like, 200 of those rainbows in a, like a... I don't know, in, like, an 8-foot tank. I just think that would be awesome. If you had to be one fish for a day, what would it be? Man, that's a good question. I'd want to pick something that wouldn't get me eaten in like a day. Let me think about that. I'll get back to you. Nisi has how to on the Steenfott Facebook group page. Yep, I also have a group page on Facebook, and we're about to hit 3,000 members, so I'm going to have to do something for that too, because that's pretty awesome. But Nisi has posted a how-to video on my Facebook page. Just look for the post that's posted by Taylor. It's on there. Steenfott Aquatics, that's because it actually pound, not hashtag. Someone just didn't know what it was called, so they called it hashtag. Yeah, it is pound. I know it's pound. Jacob says, do you feed zucchini to your plecos? I do not, and I don't have a good reason. I just use canned green beans or cucumbers. I don't know why I've never used zucchini. I know they're excellent. I know they love them, but I just never have. I don't know why. Probably because I love cucumbers, and I'll eat cucumbers, but I wouldn't eat zucchinis. Maybe that's why. Let's see. Steenfott Aquatics, I can totally imagine that dream. How did you like the Rainbow Fish Room tour with Gary? I'm still not through it. The way I do YouTube, when I actually like watch YouTube, is when I'm going to bed. And so I've seen the beginning of that video probably like 7 times, but then I'll fall asleep. And it's not because the video is boring, it's just that's when I watch YouTube. So eventually I make it through the whole thing. I'm still working on it. Bob, how are the ferts from Tropica? I've never tried them. I've actually never gotten anything from Tropica, ever. So I can't speak to any of their quality. Let's see. Will people be selling live fish at the aquatic experience, and how did you make your cool logo? Kidfish, there are vendors that sell fish. And I did not make my logo. Someone else made my logo for me, who used to be more active and now comes around every once in a while. But yep, he does like professional logos and stuff for a living, and offered to help me out with mine, and I took him up on that offer. Taylor says, Bob farts sound like a milk crate being kicked across the floor. All right. That might be too much info, but thanks for letting everyone know. Now when we're in Chicago, I'm not going to be able to blame it on someone else, because everyone's going to know what mine sound like. Thanks a lot. Zucchini has more nutrition than cucumbers. I believe it, but I personally like cucumbers, and I personally do not like zucchini. So I'm letting my personal bias affect my fish. But anyways. Katie Russell says, wow, I made it to a live feed for once. We've got a lot of first-timers here tonight. That's awesome. Like a milk crate, yeah. Glass boxes. Joel's a funny guy. My corgi cat has this brown stringy thing on its top fin. What to do? Brown stringy thing. Are you sure it's not just something that's caught in his fin or stuck to his fin? Is it actually something? Priscilla MKR says, wait, it's not Monday. Apparently Priscilla MKR hasn't been on my channel for the last month and a half, and did not know that I'm live streaming on Thursdays again. Let's see, what else do we got? Priscilla, do you sell fish? I do not fish out of water. I am a hobbyist, a collector. I'm not a business. Although, since I do make money now, I did get my business license, but I still don't sell fish. I would someday like to sell just rainbow fish, maybe eventually. I forgot about this live stream, but notifications. Yeah, there's actually almost 200 people here. That's kind of crazy for a Thursday. Normally Thursday is like more low-key, around 100 people. What is the puffer type in your aquarium? I have a Mabu puffer, and I also have a dragon puffer. So I'm not sure which one you're talking about. Flint's Fish Farm says, no school for me tomorrow. Yay! That looks like a serious piece of wood in the tank behind you. What size tank is that? I don't have any information on the tank behind me. Sorry. This video was sent in, and I don't even remember by who, but I've had this video for months and months and months. I can't find Bob Steenfott with or without the space. Yeah, there's no space, but here it is. Boom. That's it. Anyone in here know of anyone who breeds or sells fancy flower horns? Here we go. How is Hemi doing? Jason, Hemi is doing awesome. I actually just went in and looked at her before I jumped on the stream, and she is perched up and enjoying the view, probably just staring at fish all day. I did get her permanent home today in the mail, which I did post on Twitter. I got a 24-inch by 24-inch by 48-inch tall terrarium from ZooMed, so that's pretty sweet. So that's probably what I'll be working on this weekend. I might put it up tomorrow and then put the video out on Saturday. I don't know. I'm kind of not in video mode. I'm in trying to save my fish mode. So videos might actually be kind of lacking the next week or two. Yeah. So that's the thing. Sky, is that Steenfott Aquatics is too long for Twitter. So I just used my name. John Michael Gervais, oh, how you doing, buddy? Has smashed the like button. Definitely smashed the like button. Mary Beth Mabe says, why aren't you showing her off today? Also, well, she is nocturnal, so bringing her out during the day is kind of stressful. Not like stressful, gonna harm her, but I usually play with her like around 9, 10 o'clock at night when she's naturally moving around. So, can you buy fish at the Aquatic Experience? Absolutely. And if you are local, you want to go on Sunday when they're practically giving everything away for free because none of the vendors want to pay to ship any of that back. And you can get tanks, you can get fish, you can get supplies for dirt cheap. Wes says, hi, Bob. I was wondering if this is an interesting question, but I'm actually going to answer it. If you smoke weed or if you did in high school. Nope, I do not. Nope, I never did. I don't have anything against it. It's actually legal in my state, but it just doesn't interest me. So there you go. Personal question. When you do your live streams, could you do them more later in the day? Unfortunately, 5 o'clock is the time that I can do it. So, sorry. Steenfott Aquatics or anyone, what is the benefit of breather bags over regular bags? Well, breather bags, you'll never run out of oxygen. So, if your package gets delayed, you have better odds in a breather bag than you would in just a regular bag. I need supplies. I think Chicago is the place to get it. There's actually, Flynn, very little in the way of supplies. There was quite a few plant vendors, lots of people selling plants. But as far as supplies, I don't think anyone was selling any type of hardscape, and food and fertilizers, things like that. They did have them, but not very much. So, yeah, it's kind of weird. It's more, it's kind of a mix of vendors trying to show off to retailers and get retailer business versus, and then I don't know. It's kind of a mix. If you get what I'm saying, like it's kind of a mix between retail and wholesale stuff. I don't know. You drink beer? I do not drink beer. Nope. LJ Aquatics, I'm also not sure how hard his work will get when you sign away at him. I have no idea. It looks like I'm missing stuff. Did you ever keep other fish with goldfish? Nope. Nope. Only goldfish with goldfish. Well, that's not true. I do have a bristlenose pleco in with patches. Yeah, that could be true, Zach. Sky says, I have 4 turquoise rainbows, 3 Bosemani, and 1 Irian red. They will be happy schooling together. Yep, they'll be just fine. Bob, are you going to the Aquatic Experience next year? I'm not going to comment on that until after this one. Ask me again after this year. Darn, Mom wants me to go make dinner. Bye, all. Well, good to see you, Turtle Girl. My student conference is at something that's gone now. Every breather bag I've had has leaked. You need a different brand than Kayla, because I have used breather bags with great success. Although I cannot tell you what brand they are. So Bruce Wilson Jr. says, Coke or Pepsi? I don't drink soda either. I'm just striking out everywhere. Bob, or Steenfott Aquatics, what aquarium dirt do you think is best, and is there one that doesn't cloud up the water? Matt DLR, as far as clouding up the water, that's more of a process as far as making it not cloud your water than the dirt. Otherwise, I use Fox Farm Ocean Forest dirt. That's all I've ever used. Brent Quick says, how are your zebra plecos doing? They are doing good, slow and steady. I should be able to start breeding them in the spring. That's the goal. I'm actually planning to completely redo their tank now in hopes that by spring they'll be ready to go. What are my thoughts on undergravel filter for planted tanks? I've never done it. I've never done it, never researched it, so I couldn't tell you. Can't put bettas in breather bags. Nope. Nope. There are some fish that you cannot put in breather bags. Bettas, plecos. Plecos simply because they'll normally pop the bags because breather bags are thinner. And they have their spikes and barbs and things, so yep. Mary Beth Mabe says, water drinker and milk. Nope, I don't drink milk either. Mainly water. I do have flavored water, which is what this is. I love myself sparkling flavored water. Favorite type of ram is actually probably what people would consider the most boring one, and that's the Bolivian ram. And I actually don't own any right now, but I think I'm going to change that. I do have my electric blue gold face rams, which are awesome, but I don't like that they require higher temperatures because you guys know I don't like using heaters. So I might actually be selling those, and I think I'm just going to go back to Bolivian rams. They're super hardy. I think they look good even though they don't have the color of the other rams, but I don't know. I think they're cool. Michael Trevino with the $10 super chat. Just wanted to say hi. Keep them fishes swimming. I'm trying, Michael. I'm trying. Thank you for the super chat. Definitely appreciate it. Yeah, I have spent hundreds of dollars on medications this week, so fish medications, not my own. I'm perfectly healthy, as far as I know, anyways. So, yep. I think my super chat will be going towards my medication for a while. Bob, do you at least eat tacos and pizza? I do eat tacos and pizza. Cyclic 5, how you doing? Yes, 2-liter bottle of great flavors is available at most Dollar Trees. Well, the fish nerd loves Bolivian ram, so I'm not by myself. I am very specific on my flavored water. It depends on what sweetener they use. So, yeah. If they use that crappy sweetener that gives everyone cancer, I'm not going to take that. Have you been able to determine the root cause yet for those sick fishes? No. I doubt it. I mean, the only way I'm going to be able to determine it is if I actually send the fish in somewhere. And honestly, I'm probably not going to do that. Doug of the North, Bob, I got to go. Thanks for the live stream. You are great. Thanks, Doug. Appreciate it. Hopefully we'll get to head up there next year. That'd be a lot of fun. Meds are crazy expensive. Yep. I ran out of erythromycin, which is stupid expensive, which is really the only expensive one. Hey Bob, signed up for Patreon. We need a giveaway there. Don't do Twitter. There will be definitely Patreon giveaways. Absolutely, Fin friends. I haven't forgot about Patreon people, which I have quite a few now. Let me look it up. It's actually taken off a lot more than I thought. And so I made my Patreon over a year ago, but I never promoted it at all because I didn't really want to be fan funded. But the way YouTube is going, it's kind of the direction that a lot of people are going to have to go. But yeah, so don't think I forgot about Patreon people. Patreon people are definitely going to get giveaways for sure. Bob, why do you look so nervous? Because I have to pee, and I have to pee really bad. So thanks for noticing. All sweeteners give some sort of illness to rats. That's true. That's true, but I believe that some are better than others, although most are bad. 8 on Ken's fish. Well, the problem is I need the big bottle. I'll go broke buying those stupid packs, right? Jay Wilson ripped all the patrons last night. I don't know what that means. What gear do you use to check pH and much... Wait. That's two... I'm mixing two comments. Let's stop. What gear do you use to check pH and other water parameters? Donna Kate, so I used to buy the expensive liquid kits, and then Corey turned me on to the test strips, and I was always the, you know, I just went by what the internet said, and the internet tells you that the test strips are awful and to not use test strips. Well, I used the test strips alongside of the liquid test kit and found that I was getting more accurate readings out of the test strips than the liquid API kit, and especially with the nitrate reading. And because the nitrate, you seriously, a lot of people don't do the nitrate test right. If you go online and you look at like plant forums and read through plant forums, there's so many people who say, I have 0 nitrates in my tank, here are my test results, and it's because they're not shaking the tube enough. You literally have to shake the tube for like an hour straight. You have to put it in a paint mixer to mix it, and before you'll actually get a reading on nitrate. So while the liquid test works, there's a lot more room for error, I believe. And so the Tetra test strips, just buy those. They're cheaper. You cut them down the middle, so you turn 1 strip into 2. That doubles your money, and it's just a lot better. Michael Trevino with a $20 super chat. A small dent in your med cost. Keep it up, buddy. Thank you, Michael. I really, really appreciate it. Definitely. It really means a lot to me. This whole fan funding thing is, I'm not sure how I feel about it, but it's really awesome, and I really do appreciate it. So I'm really bad at showing gratitude, but I really do appreciate it. Please just go. No, I'm holding out. I'm dancing under the table. You can't see me. Why delete my comment? I didn't delete it. If you, let's see, if you were a serious streamer, you'd have put on depends before starting. Yeah, I've seriously had, so this is 1 liter of water, and I think I'm on like my 7th one, but this is only my 3rd one that's flavored, because I'll just drink one and then refill it with tap water. Uh-oh, what did Carlos do? Oh, yep, depends. $112 on Ken's Fish for a big bottle. Yep, that's the downfall to having 30 aquariums. Like, I had to also, so that I can still do water changes, I had to buy a 2nd pump, hoses, and a 2nd Python, so that I don't cross-contaminate between my sick tanks and my tanks that aren't sick. So yeah, it's been a fun week. Matt DLR, how you doing, Matt? Could I do 25 neon tetras, 25 Rominos tetras, and 25 threadfin rainbows, and 3 Amazon puffers and a Planet 75, or that would be too much? I think the only problem you might run into is your threadfin rainbows. You might get some nipping going on. Not so much from the tetras or the Rominos, possibly from the puffers, but I really doubt it. I think if you have lots of plants, you'll be okay. Andrew says, hey Steen, my roseline shark has been bullying the other fish in the tank. Help. What other fish are in there? You need probably more than 1 roseline shark. It's actually a barb, and they're a schooling fish, so he's probably just angry that he doesn't have any buddies. We can see you dancing looking like you're ready to about rocket off your chair. Yeah, so G-Bear hits the nail on the coffin. Bob is a serious streamer. He doesn't have pants on. That's why I cannot get up to go to the bathroom. About to feed Bristlenose some broccoli stalks. I've never tried that. I like my broccoli too. Only now realize that your background is stitched together, very seamless unless you wave the bottle around. Yep. Woo. Where am I at? Yeah, see this? Yep. Sergeant Tank, he's got to pee and... Oh, a Sergeant Tank here. Hey, Sergeant Tank. What did I walk into, Bob, and not having pants on? Sergeant Tank, do you have gift cards on your website? Because I'm doing another giveaway, and I want to do a giveaway on your website. So let me know. Del Aqua, should I use breeder box for my guppies? I actually already answered that in detail, so I'll skip to the beginning when you first asked me that. He's totally going to make it. He's not 80. Yeah, and I'm going to sit here and drink more water, too. Odessa and Tiger Barbs, definitely school. Nisi says, like to know who's live, tired of slow notifications, follow this Facebook page. There you go. That Facebook page has been just taken over by Nisi, and she has ran with it. And if you ever want to know who's live, go like that Facebook page. Hey, Steenfott Aquatics, did I ever tell you about my trip to Niagara Falls? Truly amazing. All that water rushing around, every little drip, drip, drips. I would love to go to Niagara Falls. Make sure you take skin off broccoli. They are grown with lots of pesticides. That's a good point. That is a very good point. Steenfott Aquatics, should I run an air stone in a tank I'm running CO2 in? No, I don't yet, but I can offer a promo code. Same difference. Okay, I'll send you, I'll talk to you afterwards. Ella, I have never ran an air stone in a CO2 tank myself, but I haven't needed to. It depends on your oxygen level, so I think that's more of a case by case. Although, again, it's one of those things when you go on the internet, you'll find 100 people tell you that you need to do it, and 100 people tell you that it's pointless to do it. What I like to do myself is try things out on my own. So if I were you, go like a month, see how your growth is, see how your fish are doing without it, then do a month with an air stone, and just, you know, whatever works better, that's what you do. Favorite ick treatment in a planet tank, 3 weeks Paragard, and then the darn mollies have it again. Yeah, Paragard is a very light treatment, although it is one that I like, but IckX is going to be probably the best. IckX. The Fish Nerd with the $5 super chat for meds and depends. Thank you, Fish Nerd. Thank you, Carlos. I really appreciate it. And looking forward to meeting you in Chicago. Apparently, Bob is not affected by subliminal water rushing. Have to pee thoughts. Nope. I have wild broccoli that grows in my yard. I wish. I wish. Very organic. And she does throw it in her goldfish ponds. Marmendia Meester. So you can go pee, and for the fish meds, thank you, Marmendia. I really appreciate it. I have a collection of 4 bettas. It's Ethan. Hey, it's Ethan. Have y'all picked a wedding day yet? Nope. We have not. Wild blueberries also, but the bears and deer take over. That is true. I should just chug this whole thing and then I'd really be hurting. Wild blueberries. Oh, I already read that. So how many people are we at here? Can somebody tell me how many likes we're at? For some reason, I don't see likes anymore. It's kind of frustrating. Let's see. Speaking of Facebook, you also joined Bob's Facebook group. Yep, we're going to be doing something at 3,000 people. I'll do a giveaway. Probably just a small giveaway, but a giveaway nonetheless. We're at 2,889 members, so we need 111 to go, and then we're at 3,000. Even though, like, out of the 2,800, like 2,750 are inactive, that's still pretty cool. And 3 people want to join right now. Oh, let's see. Kind of nervous about the Milwaukee regulator not kicking off. I've heard horror stories on YouTube. I have a Milwaukee regulator, brand new in a box. I have not used it. I use, what's the brand on Amazon? Aquatech? I think Aquatech. I have 2 Aquatech regulators that I use and I've never had a problem with them. Alright, let's approve these. Oh, you haven't answered questions yet. I'm not approving you. You gotta answer the questions. Alright, I'll approve you. What did I miss? Who's getting married? I'm getting married. Do you sound, Bob, you sound like you're in pain now. No. Not really. I have 21 bettas. How did you and Taylor meet? Has that story been told? It has not been told, and it will be told in due time. Trust me, you will hear about it. It is a funny story, but not yet. She did stalk me. It is true. It is true. That's how it started. I just bought mine used. Maybe I'll get an Aquatech one. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have terrible reviews, and the thing you gotta remember with regulators is like even Aquatech, if you go on Amazon, only has like a I think 3.5 star rating, but there's a lot of room for error when you're setting it up, and I think that's a lot of the problems. You'd be surprised how many people don't use the gasket and then get mad because their CO2 ran out after like 2 days. You know, a lot of stuff like that. So there's a lot of operator error that I think drives those low reviews. Oh, that's a lot of betas. I only have 9 and I'm at capacity, but since I plan to breed, I will have a lot more. Yep. I'm still on the fence if I want to breed mine. Multi-tank addiction. How you doing, buddy? Hey, man, don't forget it's not good for your prostate to hold it for too long. Yep. Are we in prostate awareness month yet? Is that November? I don't know. I have 5, but one of my sisters. One is my sister's. Does anyone know if I can feed plecos and snails a pumpkin? Ooh, that's a good question. I've never thought about a pumpkin. If so, oh, I bet snails would eat it. Goldfish would probably eat it because they're like dumpsters. But if they did eat pumpkins, that's a good use of your pumpkins after Halloween. Always remember, Bob, the best nation is urination. Sasquatch, I have never heard that before. Thank you. That is awesome. How do you feel about the Cascade 300? I've never used any Cascade products in my life. Taylor, I missed the chat talk, but I want to know too. I don't know what we're talking about now. I have 3 Milwaukee regulators running right now. 1 for 4 years, 2 years, 1 year, 0 issues. Yeah, it's just one of those things. It's like when I go and look at reviews for like computers, or especially routers. If you want to just have a fun time, go on Amazon and read a review on routers, and people get so angry. I swear, like, you could take a baseball bat to someone's car, and if their router doesn't work, they would be more upset about not having internet than they would to taking a baseball bat to their car. It's so funny. So funny. And then, of course, they can't figure out how to set up a router, so then they give it a 1-star review. I feel like it's kind of the same way with regulators. But what do I know? You can. LJ Aquatics says you can feed plecos pumpkins. There you go. I think Mark's shrimp tank fed pumpkins to his, but not sure. I feed pumpkins to my chickens. Oh, is Cost here? Hello, Cost. I carved a little pumpkin into a jack-o'-lantern for my zebra plecos way back in the day. Makes a mess. All right. I miss my zebra plecos. I love my zebra plecos. They're the one pleco that I have, the one type of pleco that I see every single day. It's pretty awesome. Nisi says, okay, lurker mode on. Need to refresh the makeup before leaving for Doug of the North's work dinner thing. Alright, have fun, Nisi. Thanks for stopping by. What's a good LED light to use for high light? I have a 55-gallon, 20-inch tall. I really like the Fluval Fresh and Plant 2.0 if you want to really spend a lot of money. But I just got the Aqua Neat LED light in the mail a couple days ago. I haven't tried it yet, so we'll see how well that does, because that's like a budget LED, and it's supposed to be pretty good. So I haven't even taken it out of the box yet because I've been dealing with freaking fish apocalypse in my fish room, but we'll see. Hopefully I can get that on film and do a review for everyone. The base of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Yo, people get so mad. So mad. It's so funny. I used to work for Comcast, and whew, man. Let's see. Well, can I? I have no idea what you're talking about. Fish, fish, fish. Does that even mean anything? You have chickens? I don't have chickens, but yes, my dad raises chickens. I made it back for the last 2 minutes of the stream, just waiting on the asparagus in the oven. Sounds good. How big do blue phantoms get? Mine are about 7 inches, roughly, and I'm actually going to be selling them pretty soon. Bob, will you do a review on the Aqua Neat light? It'll be in a video, but it won't be its own video. So it'll be in just like one of my day in the fish room videos, but I won't do a specific video for it. So yeah, that kind of sucks, but that's the way it is. That's how I make my videos. Yes, hashtag is better known as pound, much like shell shocked was the older term. after war content back in World War I. Now it's a thing that anyone who has had trauma can claim. Have you picked up the plastic pond you found on the side of the road? Nope, I went back and someone already snagged it. I was actually pretty disappointed. Even though I have nowhere to put it, I was still disappointed. My garage is full of free fish tanks, and I'm sure it just would have sat in there with them. My blue phantom is bigger than they're supposed to get. He's a bit more than 8 inches. I mean, I have one that's huge, and I haven't measured it yet, but I'm sure it's right up there with that. Hi everyone. Good evening, Bob. Hello, Angelo. Carol, it's one of those things made from my heart that made my heart melt for Bob was his family's chickens. Yep, she only wants me for my chickens. What is the tank behind you? I have no idea. I can tell you that there's peppered cories, that there's rummy nose tetras, that there's Amazon puffers, but this is not my tank. This is just a video that was sent in like 8 months ago. So, fortunately, I don't remember. How do I know if I win the contest? Del Aqua will be drawing winners on Monday's live stream. We're going to pick 10 questions, we're going to answer those questions, and then we're going to do the drawing on Monday's live stream. This Monday, the 23rd. Bucks. Yep. Can someone tell me if I can feed my puffer fish a cooked clam? Ooh. I don't know. I've never tried it. I don't know that I would. Maybe someone that has done it can let us know. And also, maybe someone can tell me where I can find a cheap source for clams on the half shell, because I'm gonna go broke buying them from pet stores. There's got to be some kind of weird, like, market that sells clams on a half shell without me having to drive to Seattle. Let's see. Angelo wants to know how everyone's doing tonight. Cleaning a 20 now for bettas. Never had them before. A 20 gallon okay, or should I start small? No, bigger the better. Bigger the better. Yes, bettas can be fine in 1 gallon. They do just fine in 1 gallon, even though people will yell at you. They'll still do just fine, but obviously bigger the better. Let's see. We are at still over 170 people. Can you have a CO2 with hill stream loaches? I wouldn't recommend it, although it could be done. But hill stream loaches love really high oxygen content, and if you add CO2, it's gonna take, it's counterproductive. So I'm sure that they would live, but they probably wouldn't thrive. Maybe Costco. I didn't think about Costco. Come to Vancouver. We have billions of weird, sketchy seafood shops by the ocean. We have those too, but they're in Seattle, and I don't want to go to Seattle. Asian supermarket. Okay. See, I knew there had to be something weird like that. And yes, that's weird. They sell weird food. So I will have to see if I have any of those local. I don't even care if they're not on a half shell. I'll cut them myself. I don't care. But those little, like, 4-ounce bags of clams from Hikari are like $4 or $5, and my puffer will go through that in 2 days. That's only 2 days worth of food. Do you know where I can find really pretty and expensive guppies? Probably I've never bought from this person, but Guppy Train on Facebook, or look on Aquabid. Asian food marts carry most seafood products, so try your local store for clams. Yes, I've tried my Fred Meyer or Kroger, depending on where you live in the country. I've tried, what else have I tried? Albertsons didn't have them, and Hagen's didn't have them. I have not tried Costco because I don't have a Costco card, but maybe I can talk someone into taking me there. And then Walmart. I haven't tried Walmart yet either. Ethan says, I wish I could send you a picture of my favorite betta. Well, you could go on Facebook and join my Facebook group and post a picture there if you want. Making a tune on guitar using the chords E minor and G major. Vancouver has the very best Asian market I've ever seen. It was like an amusement park for me. I'm talking Canada, not Washington. Let's see. Is there a good selection of apistos and catfish at the aquatic experience? Nope. Nope. There is not. Is the garlic solution a good cure for internal parasites? It's a good start. I feel it's a good start. If you have a restaurant, my work has 2 seafood restaurants in it, and I could order them through them, but it's still stupid expensive because they're 5-star restaurants or whatever. It's ridiculous. Where does Corey get his half-shell clams for Murphy? Well, he gets them at wholesale, so that's a huge difference. I do not get wholesale. Could I eat a Corey catfish? I'm sure you could. How much per pound are you paying for clams? A 4-ounce bag is $3.99. Could you see if Aquarium Co-op could bring you clams in? Yeah, Aquarium Co-op sells frozen clams. So does my local fish store. Remember, Aquarium Co-op is like 45 minutes away. My local fish store is about 2 minutes away. So they both sell them. Walmart and seafood does not go together. Yeah, I don't buy meat at Walmart, so. But it's frozen, like it's raw frozen food, so it can't be that bad, can it? At what temperature is my breeding fish for profit tank? It is at right around 70 degrees in the winter and around 75 degrees in the summer, and they breed year-round. Year-round. Maybe if you bought a whole bunch, Corey would cut you a deal. That's certainly true. Cash and Carry has Pana Pesca half-shell clams for... Ooh, now there we go. But I don't have a Cash and Carry. Are black bettas the rarest betta kind? I don't know. Wandering Aquatic says, Bob, is your local store Aqua Pets? It sure is. It sure is. If you can talk to the executive chief or the head chef, chief... if he orders the food, he might sell you a case to you at cost. No, they couldn't. My work would not allow that. That's how I got my containers. Yep. Meet at Walmart. Me neither. Yep. Let's see. Ooh, we're starting to lose people. Oh man, we're way over time. How come no one's reminding me that it's after 6 o'clock? Where do you live? I live in Washington State. Why is my sound on? Turn that off. Sorry if you heard that in the background. How are the eels? The eel, I only have one eel, is doing good. Dollar Tree seafood rocks. Yeah, I'm sure. I lost one of my baby carps yesterday. I don't know the reason. I checked the temperature, pH, and everything, but it was fine. Sure there wasn't any disease spreading. What could it be? It's impossible to know. It's impossible for me to know. Sorry. Thanks for another awesome stream, Bob. Chicago bound. Oh yeah, V-Stag's going to Chicago. I knew that. How about a red lobster or a bonefish? The red lobster is pretty far away from me. What online fish store do you recommend that doesn't have expensive shipping fees? Amanda, shipping fish is going to be expensive, but I would use the Wet Spot Tropical Fish in Portland, Oregon. They're going to have by far the best selection of any online fish store, by far. You should get into koi ponds. I'm not really a koi person. We want to see if you're going to bolt for the door. Nope. Nope. Got my first aquarium, oh, Marmendia, got my first aquarium 2 months ago and now totally obsessed and contemplating on getting another few tanks. Absolutely you should. If you got the room and the space and the money, absolutely. And the time. You gotta have the time. Because we don't want you to go. Amanda Collins, high shipping costs are par as good quality packing and express shipping is needed for a lot of products. Yep. Yeah, the Wet Spot Tropical Fish. Be sure to add tropical fish if you're Googling the Wet Spot. Be sure to put tropical fish at the end of it. Do not Google the Wet Spot. Do not listen to glass boxes. Cost says, I just got 6 bamboo shrimp. Any tips for feeding them? if you're putting them in a well-established tank, you should be okay. Although, depending on the size of your tank, you might have some problems, but I don't know. Just, it's very important that they're in a very well-established tank. Not just a cycle tank, but a very well-established tank. If you want to, you could feed them with like turkey basters and just squirt food in front of their fans, but that's a lot of work. Went to Petland and they won't sell me more than 5 guppies. Do you know why? I've never been to a Petland in my life, so I don't know what their company policies are. But yeah. Oh, well, that's a little inappropriate. Yep. All my mods are being very inappropriate tonight. Do you ski or snowboard? I snowboard. I want to make that 2-second snippet like my intro video. Okay, I'll go to 6:30. I don't think there's anyone else streaming tonight, so I don't think I'm stepping on anyone's toes. Maybe I'll go till 6:30. Next time someone tells me not to Google something, I'll listen. I could tell you a lot of things to Google that will really, you wouldn't think so, but would really kind of mess up your mind. But I won't. This is family and kid friendly, although I'm sure I've already been demonetized. Petland is awful around here. Several of them went out of business for animal cruelty. So is Petland basically like a Petco or PetSmart? There is a cash and carry in Everett. I do have enough firepower to go to Everett. Maybe I'll have to check it out. At $5 for a pound, that is a value. Glass says, "Oh, snowboard! I just bought a 1-year snow pass the other day. Could I do neon tetras? 25 black neon tetras, 25 rum." Oh, here's Matt DLR. These are like the only questions that Matt asks. If they're not about gobies, then they're about stocking. Can I do 25 black neon tetras, 25 neon tetras, 25 rummy nose tetras with 4 Amazon puffers? Would the neon tetras and black neon tetras school together? Possibly. I've never seen them kept together, so I'm not sure. But I bet they probably would. Oh yeah, your first job was at a Petland. So I feel like that's really hit or miss then. Because like my PetSmart that's local to me is insanely awesome. And it's the people that make or break the store. But the people at my PetSmart are amazing. And I even did like a whole live stream on that way back in the day. Petland discounts, some are good, some are awful. They let managers run the store, which is how it should be, really. $43 for 10 pounds, that's insane. If it's really that cheap multi-tank addiction, then I will get a lot more puffers, for sure. Matt says, I can never decide what to stock. It's so hard. Why do you think Matt, that people end up with like 100 fish tanks? It's that very reason. Oh, let's see. Now I have to pee, and then you decide to continue for a bit longer. Yeah, I don't know that I'll make it to 6:30, to be honest. I do have an empty container here, so I might not have to get up at all. And you guys won't even know. Just kidding. Wandering Aquatics says, I like the Petco in Smoky Point. I haven't been to the Petco in Smoky Point in a long time, but they used to have a really good manager. I don't know if he's still there, but I got 40-gallon breeders for $20 at the Smoky Point Petco. So, but I've been going to the PetSmart for a very long time. And it's been the same people there. Like the same gal works in the aquatic. The manager is super awesome. He's been there for like a little over a year now, I think. So, yeah, I don't really have anything bad to say about the Petco, but PetSmart's definitely my store. They've hooked me up time and time again. G-Bear says, Bob, did you see any leechies at the show? There was one semi-adult female leechie that was, I told the story on Monday, but I'll tell it again because I think it's funny. So there was one semi-adult lychee. She was on sale for $1,000, and there was a girl in front of me, and she was trying to talk him down to 600, and then finally he was like, I'll sell it for 700. And then she was like texting for a while, and I was being polite. She was there first, and then finally she was like, okay, I'll give you 700. And then I immediately said, I'll give you 800. And the guy like looked at me and was like, okay. And this little girl, she wasn't a girl, I mean, by little she was like 5 feet tall, so to me definitely small, turned around and just looked like that she was gonna punch me right in the face. It was so funny. It was so funny. Oh jeez. Anyways, but yeah, I was completely joking. Like I'm not an a-hole, so I let her have it for 700, but the look on her face was so priceless. I wish I was filming. What's your favorite Tetra? I'm a sucker for Rummy Nose, although I've rarely ever kept them. I really like Bleeding Heart Tetras. It's really hard for me to name my favorite type of fish. It really is. There's so many good ones. Let's see. The Fresh Lobster Company, fresh frying clams, raw, shucked, whole, soft shell. They can't be soft shell, and I don't think they can be shucked. I don't think I'm going to find a better deal for 10 pounds for $40. That's insane. Hey there, Dean. Is Dean here? I think Dean's always been here. What am I thinking? Yeah, I agree. The PetSmart are cool people. It's like a minute drive from me. Yeah, it's like 2 minutes from me. I love neons, but I can't keep them alive. They always die in 2 weeks. Yep, it's true. Why can't you post a leak? It keeps whiting out. Only I and mods can post a link. What are you trying to link, Mary Beth? Jamie McDonald says, I just got a flower horn. Would you ever keep one? Yep, I've been roped into keeping them. So, yes, I will have a flower horn. Gold Tetras. Actually, you know a Tetra that I really like, really like, is the Emperor Tetra. Those are amazing schoolers. Probably, you know what? The Emperor Tetra is probably the only Tetra that no matter when I go in my fish room, they're schooling around. I don't think I've ever seen them not school. Bob, if you had an unlimited supply of one fish-related thing, what would it be? Probably LED lights. Honestly, they're so expensive. Only the wrenches with the wrench can post link. That's true. I should make you my newest mod since you love me so much. I pretty much make mods on as needed basis, and as you can see, I have like 100 mods here. So I do appreciate it, Matt. You are on the list. You've been here forever. Maybe one day I'll need more, but I do manage it, so I don't want to have too many of them. There was a time when I had a lot of mods and things got out of control, so that's why. Priscilla Tetras are pretty too. They're pretty, but they also can be kind of aggressive. So that's something you got to look out for. They can be fin nippers. Flynn says, gotta go for dinner. Bye, Bob and other fishy folks. See you later, Flynn, and I will see you in 2 weeks, my friend. What about Congo Tetras? Are they ready to keep? Ready? You mean easy? Congo Tetras get pretty big for a Tetra. They can get like 4 inches, I think. So just know that, because when you find them in a pet store, they're probably going to be pretty small. My bladder must be huge. I've gone 4 times since you started. I do drink a lot of water. I probably drink about 2 gallons of water a day, so yeah. What do I think of the glowfish? Got a few for my grandkids. Or what do I think? I would never own glowfish myself, but I don't have anything against them. Okay, we're gonna be super late, but Nisi looks fabulous, worth the wait. All right, Doug, have fun. Have fun at your dinner, your work dinner. So I get 99% of my fish shipped, which I have come to love. Fish mail is better than Christmas by far. Yeah. Yep. I love getting things in the mail. The selection is huge for sure. But I still have all my fish ordered through my local fish store, so I don't take the risk. You know, if you order fish through your local fish store and they come in dead, guess what? Your local fish store is out, not me. However, I did have a doveye. I think that's what it was called. He was an a-hole. Yeah, well, dovies are a-hole, and that is what it was called. Let's see. We got 10 more minutes. We're going 10 more minutes. I'm going to have to do a live stream during the CAE because otherwise it's going to be quiet. Yep, I don't plan on shooting any video in Chicago at the Chicago Aquatic Experience at all. The only thing I'm going to film is probably going to the Shed Aquarium. Otherwise, I'm not filming anything. Jenna says, my water's been off for 3 days. Should I let it run a while before I put it in my tanks? If so, how long? I wouldn't really be concerned about 3 days, but I don't really know your water. My water would be fine. Can I lower myself? Oh yeah, there we go. Much better. Where's the snake? The snake is sleeping. My friend Joe D something is Bat Boy in New Jersey talking about strange pets. He has fruit bats that give you a hug. I would love fruit bats. I've always wanted a bat. Yes. So I will be filming, but it will be for a different channel. So there. Have you picked a name for the python yet? Yep. Her name is Hemi. Hemi. True, but I don't have an LFS. Well, then there you go. If you have an LFS, order them through your LFS. If you don't, then order them yourself. Yes, Taylor, I'm trying to talk Taylor into letting me have a zebra. So we'll see how that goes. I told her she's probably just going to have to come home and there's going to be a zebra chilling on the couch watching YouTube with me. So Marmindia says, too scared to order online but hate being followed around a pet store as I browse. You must have really bored employees at your pet stores because mine don't follow me around anywhere, but they'll probably recognize me though. You mean Lemmy? Lemmy? I don't get the reference. Marmindia, if you order from a reputable seller, you really have nothing to be scared about. Just know that if you are ordering fish online, know your weather, know the weather of the place you're buying them, and then know the weather in between. Right? Makes sense. Is it legal to have a zebra? I mean, it's just a donkey. It's just a horse. Why not? I don't know why. I mean, whatever. Why not? Why would it be illegal? I don't know. Show us your hands, Bob. Looks like you're filling a... Oh. Nope, it's still empty. People have pet zebras here in Missouri. Well, there you go. So now I know I just have to go to Missouri to get a zebra. My neighbor 2 doors down owns a zoo nearby. He brings some crazy stuff home sometimes. He's brought a jaguar cub over. I would love to be able to get like behind the scenes at a zoo. That would be so awesome. I'm actually trying to get behind the scenes at the Shed Aquarium, although there's not really any behind the scenes stuff there. It's not like, you know, you can go behind the scenes at a zoo and maybe play with a baby bear or something, right? You can't really do that at an aquarium, but we'll see. No zebra, they make big poops. That's true. They say there's more tigers in Texas than there is in the wild. That doesn't surprise me. Amanda said lives near Chicago and the Shed Aquarium is great. That's what I heard. I didn't make it there last year, so it's definitely on my list this year. I went to a private school on a horse breeding ranch. They had a hybrid zebra pony. Well, I just need a zebra to go with my zebra plecos, right? Makes sense. I worked as a volunteer one summer at the National Zoo in DC. I got a hold of an eagle that was awesome. That would be awesome. PangaiShellfish.com. Hard shell clams available year round. Steamer clams. Okay, the thing about buying clams, I've looked at buying them online, and I found like 100 pounds of clams on a half shell online for under $100, but the shipping was $120. So because they have to ship in freezer packs and overnight, and it's 100 pounds, and I was like, yeah, that's not happening. I can imagine Bob riding the zebra through the AE. I would totally do it too. I have a pit bull, Yorkie poo, a Yorkie poo, 2 birds, and aquariums. My husband says it's a good thing we don't live on a farm. I want to live on a farm. I'm not gonna lie. Dean, it's a work thing. Some Mexican restaurant in town. Don't get me started on the rabbits. Yep, we are having rabbits. A brown one and a white one, if I remember correctly. Okay, we got 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Kang Lee says, LOL. Man, now I'm starting to get hungry. We don't have like a good Mexican restaurant where I live. We have zebra and donkey hybrids here in Texas. They are pretty cool looking. That would be cool. I just need someone to secretly send me one. I don't know if I'm breaking any laws. I'm sure I am just by saying that. Sure someone's gonna turn me in now. Rabbits are good cooking. I've never eaten rabbits. Best way to make aquarium or driftwood aquarium safe? Kind of depends on where you're getting it, but I would clean it with hydrogen peroxide. If you're really concerned, you can use distilled white vinegar and just give it a good scrubbing. You could boil it in water if it's small enough. But that's basically my go-to, is just hydrogen peroxide. But I go way up in the mountains where there's not really contaminants and collect my wood up there. So I've never had a problem. Let's see. Tori Cook. I cannot talk about my rope fish right now because we only got 3 minutes left, but ask me again and I will when we're not almost done. We are almost done. It's Ethan says, before you get off, you're the master fish keeper and a cool one. Well, thank you. I don't think I'm a master fish keeper, but hey, if you want to think that, I'm okay with it. Can't send you a zebra, but could send you a rabbit. I need a zebra first. Oh, let's see. Please call one of the rabbits Thumper. Bob, any tips for making rapashi? I don't know. It's pretty easy. I don't even measure it. I just kind of eyeball it. I think it's like I just use like 1-to-1. Mix it up, and I use boiling water though. I don't use the microwave. Lucas is going live at 9:30, so there you go. We got Lucas going live in 2 minutes. Let me know if you want to try some goose jerky. Absolutely, I want to try. I would try any jerky. Any jerky. I love jerky. I actually I haven't had bear jerky in a long time, or deer jerky. I have had elk jerky recently, but deer and bear jerky, it's been a long time. I would love to get a hold of some of that. Tori says, I will ask you next time. Have a good night. Thank you, Tori. I will definitely answer that question. And I might even make a video. Well, probably not anymore since they died, but I was going to do a dedicated video on my rope fish. But I did lose 2 of them in my fish apocalypse, so I only have 1 left. So, can anyone link Lucas's channel for us? Well, I'm looking it up right now, but if anyone already has it, LR Brits. Oh, you will message me. Turkey jerky. Jamie, I don't think I've ever had any good turkey jerky. Like, it's always been bland. I would love to try alligator jerky. We actually got a jerky outlet store that I really need to go to. Here we go. Here is Lucas LR Bretts. He is going live. I am signing off. Thank you all my super chatters. It really means a lot, and a special thanks to all my patrons as well. I really do appreciate it. So thank you everyone for showing up. And remember, go on Twitter, #Steenfott Aquatics, ask a question, and you can win some cool prizes this Monday on our live stream. So thank you everyone, and I'll see you on Monday.